Steve Tober with Coach Jerry Hill of Columbia High School. And Jerry, we talk about this season here, the Columbia Cougars. Some reloading to do, and 10-9 at this point in early February. But how's it been in terms of the first year in the SEC for the Columbia Cougars?
Well, obviously the new conference makes it very tough. Every night, is a battle against everybody. We play Seton Hall tonight. They're clearly the best team in our league. Everybody else is pretty even. Because looking at the record, we're all about 500. We're young. We start 4 juniors and a senior. But that's not really an excuse because everybody's, had to reload and everybody had to replace players as well. But, we're in there battling, and I'm happy about it. 10-9, we qualified for the states automatically, even though I thought we'd still get in because looking at our North 2 Group 4, a lot of teams are under 500. But, hopefully maybe we can get a home game in the first round of the state tournament. So that's what we're looking at. Certainly, I feel we're going to be battle-tested against anybody.
I mean, you certainly look at the Super Essex Conference American Division. All the teams have been banging heads, like you and Bloomfield Tech and Montclair and Irvington, and it's you can't tell. One of those teams could rise in the state tournament, really make some noise.
There's no question. Again, playing each other and beating each other up as we do. When we get into the state tournament, find it hard to believe we're going to be playing anybody, better than the teams that we're playing. I know we went out and got Plainfield as an independent game as well. So that, kind of helped us. So like I said, we knew this was going to be a tough year. We kind of loaded our schedule. We got Immaculata and Mendham down the road. So we picked tough teams to play because we want to prepare ourselves for the state tournament and hopefully continue on in the county tournament.
Well, it's sideline chatter. We get emails about, East Orange guys saying, we're going to beat Columbia this time, and Columbia beat us the first time. But the rivalry aspect of the SEC is quite intense. You're going to meet East Orange for a 3rd time in the county quarters as we speak here today. And who knows, maybe you'll run into some of these teams a 4th time in the state somewhere down the line. It's going to certainly intensify rivalries, which in some the kids seem to like.
Yeah, they do. They're enjoying playing these games. Listen, there's no question. A reporter asked me a couple of months ago, would I prefer to have been in the old league? And this is no disrespect to the Iron Hills, but, winning a game in this conference is really a great accomplishment for all of us. And all our games have been tight. We've had very few games where we've sat back in the 4th quarter and kind of enjoyed the win. Every game's been a dogfight. I mean, Bloomfield Tech, Montclair, we had a 15-point lead. They came back and beat us by a point. Irvington, everybody. It's just tough. I mean, it's great, though. It really is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to coach in, and I know the kids are enjoying playing.
Well, I guess for your team, when you get guys, maybe 2, 3, hopefully 4 double-figure scorers, early in the season, Femi was doing a lot of the scoring and double-doubles, and now you've had to have Chavis and some of the other fellows step in. So I guess I saw the other day you had about, 3 guys against Bloomfield Tech in double figures. I guess that's a good sign for you when you can do that.
It is, but, we are definitely not an offensive juggernaut. So we have to hold teams under 50 points. I think my assistant coach has a stat. I think when we hold teams under 50, we're something like 7-2 or 7-1. When we don't hold teams under 50, I think we're 1-7 or 2-7, something to that effect, but it's true. We are not going to put up a lot of points. There's no secret. We have to play good defense. We gave up 80 points tonight. We can't beat a team when we give up 80 points, anybody.
Jerry, and it's not that far away, really, from the state tournament, looking down the line. What teams from the SEC? I know you may see most of the American division teams. You've had some crossovers, too, with a couple of the smaller divisions. What teams do you think might make some noise outside of maybe Seton Hall Prep, which most people would say? What do you say?
I got to believe Bloomfield Tech has got a great chance of winning Group 1. I mean, I haven't seen University. I know University is very good. They beat us last year in the county tournament, but Bloomfield Tech has been, again, battle-tested. They're going into Group 1, and they got to be battle-tested. And Eastside is Group 3, I believe, and they're very good, too. So they got to, and Irvington, if Irvington gets in, they're Group 3, I believe, as well. I mean, I'll tell you something. We all can make a lot of noise. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the state tournament with all the teams from our division.
Of course, with the NJSAA expanding the brackets to 16, maybe it's a perfect year to do that because in your division, the SEC, there's going to be 2 or 3 teams, maybe in Irvington, they're right, I think, at 2 games under 500 as we speak. That might not be 500, but they're going to get a shot for redemption in the States, and maybe rightly so.
Yeah, I agreed with that this year. I think they're doing it as a trial, but again, with the teams that we're playing, there'd be some really good teams not in the state tournament, and I think it would be really unfair. When they did the realignment, and they wanted to make this as competitive as they did, you have to allow these teams to have a chance at the state tournament.
Jerry, tell us about a couple of your alums, Jameel Grace, Yvonne Raymond. How are they doing these days? I know people like to follow how they're coming along.
Jameel is actually the starting point guard at Southern University. He's doing really well. It took him a couple of games to get into the flow, but I'm really proud of him. Yvonne Raymond is at St. Peter's. And actually, we have another alum, Ryan Bacon, who was on the county finalist team, is also having a really great year at St. Peter's as well. So those two guys are at St. Peter's. Jameel's over at Southern. Namdi Ahanaku is a senior at Bloomfield, and he's had a great career over there. So we got some kids playing in college. It's really nice to look in the paper or be able to go out and see one of the players that you coach playing in college. And I've been following them on their stats as well. So it's been really it's been really nice. A great luxury coaching at Columbia. We've had great players, and it's great.
And Jerry, I know you're an adjunct. You teach up in Bergen County in the Northern Valley regional system, so you must love being at Columbia to make the travel every day. And I think you live quite a ways away too. So Columbia basketball is something you really enjoy.
I do. I mean, it takes me about an hour to get to Columbia, but like I said, the kids they're great. The parents are great, but the kids are awesome to coach. I mean, they work hard every day. They do what you tell them to do. They give you 100%. And like I told the kids, at some point, I'm going to have to give it up, especially as my kids are getting older, and to steal somebody else's line. I'm on the back nine now, and hopefully one of these young guys will take it over and continue, hopefully, and make it even better. But yeah, it's great coaching at Columbia. I love it.
Well, Jerry, thanks for stopping by, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Steve.
Jerry Hill, head coach of Columbia High School, doing a terrific job with the Cougars once again. And I'm Steve Tober.